Walter first on the left-hand lane.
Walter struggled a little bit this year with the sport condition. Also with his health, he hasn't been feeling up to speed. A little neck problem with his knee. Take a look at how Walter got here.
And on his way, hopefully tonight, to his 34th PBA Tour crown. Now Steve Wilson, the right-hander out of Lake Worth, Florida.
Second time we see Steve in the telecast in 4 weeks. Won the battle at Little Creek with the similar format. Loves bowling on the tough sport condition pattern.
A little light.
Actually a little heavy. Watch this ball drifting a little bit high. Going to catch a lot of the head pin. Back in reaction. Head pin goes to the sidewall, trips the 4-7. Nice opening break.
And through the round of 32, defeated Chris Barnes, who won a couple of weeks ago, and then a terrific match last night against Steve Hoskins, 3-2, to survive and make it to the TV show.
Took care of his good buddy Steve. 5 games.
What a way to open up, huh?
Oh, look at that reaction, man. He's pumped up. Starts off with a double. He's excited. You don't see a whole lot of that from Steve. Steve's usually pretty quiet, a little subdued at times. Man, when he gets it going, he gets fired up.
You talked about the health problems. Walter Ray described himself as the old guy falling apart. I mean, he's got a bad knee, he's got a terrible neck. He actually arrived here at the lanes about 7 o'clock tonight, and he carried what is actually the massage therapy that he works with. It's about the size of a home sander. All he was missing was the sandpaper on the back of that thing.
Yeah, he actually arrived on a gurney, I think, tonight. Walter shooting cross lane at the 10 pin.
I said it looks like a sander. Did we get a shot of it? Look at that.
Yeah, no better way to relieve a stiff neck than with a belt sander. He says he's feeling a little bit better. I talked to him right before we went on air, and he said he's feeling okay. Well, we got a little action going down there in the pin deck. Pins are rolling around all over the place.
He needed one of his horseshoes to knock that one down, did he?
Watch this. This ball's going to go high. Fortunate, just leave the 4 pin. He's like, come on, give me a break. Wait a minute. Here it comes. Walter Ray does not miss spares.
A 6-time world horseshoe pitching champion. There's actually a horseshoe named Deadeye after Walter.
He uses that same great hand and eye technique, coordination for bowling. Extremely accurate player. That's why I thought Walter would have done a little bit better on this board condition. And, you know, he said himself he's just not making good quality shots. Here's a guy that is. Steve Wilson working on a double, right lane.
Make that a triple. Wilson off to a fast start against Walter Ray. Well, feet don't fail me now. Time again for our Dexter Footwork of the Pros.
My Dexter solution this week was the number 7 heel with the number 4 sole. The approaches this week were very tacky. And being a finesse player, I needed a longer slide to create great leverage. Great shot making is what it's all about this week, and this combination got me over the hump.
And Steve's got very fast feet, and it's a must for him to have good footing to get that good leverage to the foul line to make good shots.
Bowled well and made the show at Virginia Beach, the battle at Little Creek, and then at Peoria. Made it to the top 5. Up against Brian Himmler, the chief back then, late September.
That was a great match to watch in Peoria. Steve going to a ball that's made out of polyester that doesn't hook. He's going to throw it straight at the 3-6 to make the 3-6-10.
Finished 5th in Peoria, and with the prize money in this year's PBA up over 140%, they play for $200,000 in all but the majors. So 5th place in Peoria, and here tonight worth $9,000, $40,000 to the champion. Needs some help.
The old dog's got some chips in his bag. And being a cagey veteran that Walter is, he takes advantage of the open frame by Steve Wilson. Watch the action of the 4-pin. Watch this reaction here. Come on.
And?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
That just shows you how good Walter Ray Williams Jr. is. Taking advantage of that.
We're live, Spectrum Lanes, the $200,000 Great Lakes Classic in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Back live at the PBA's $200,000 Great Lakes Classic here at Grand Rapids, Michigan, when we left you after Walter Ray made a double at 4 and 5. In those frames, why he was up by 7. Wilson with a strike in the 5th and a spare in the 6th. On the left-handed lane after a spare in the 6th. Up by 1.
Walter's not real pleased right now. He's hitting the pocket. He's left. Well, let's see. Went 10-pin, 4-pin, double, 10-pin, 10-pin.
Again, the best match play record that didn't qualify for the semis. That's how you're the wild card.
Plus, Walter had the highest average. That's why he's in. If they tie match play, it goes to the highest average. Yeah, Walter Ray's filling frames, hitting the pocket. He's doing what he's supposed to do on this sport condition. Steve Wilson, 7th frame, down by 1.
Why has Steve done so well in this format?
Well, Steve really likes match play, number one. He's a real gritty, gutsy competitor. He loves the head-to-head competition. Great shot there.
Sherry Wilson, Steve's wife, nervously watching here. They like to spend a lot of time as a family at Disney World. Daughter Sarah, their favorite ride is boat.
Great shot. Getting back to Steve Wilson, loving the format. He loves the condition. After working with Dave Davis, Hall of Famer, really got his game solid. Doesn't bother him now that where he has to make really, really good shots. He always feels like he's going to make good shots. Taking advantage of the format, the condition, and right now he's got a 9-pin lead.
Possible 245 for Steve if he were to strike out. Possible 236 right now for Walter and the re-rack.
Didn't like the setup on the pins on the right lane. A pin or two being off spot could create bad carry, and he's already left enough 10 pins.
When we were here late last night, talking to all the 5 that made it to the TV show, Walter said, you know, it's a cliche, but for me to win this tomorrow night, got to just be lucky and bowl well. Well, so far.
Well, he's really bowling well right now. Check out the reaction on the last shot. He's like, okay, finally carried the 10-pin. In a position now to put the heat back on Steve Wilson. A strike here on the left lane, 9th frame. He'll take a 1-pin lead. Getting the break now. He left the 10 pins. He says, man, I got one coming my way. Trips to 4 for a big double. Ball just high. Just love taps on the 4. What a great break. Walter says, push it right, push it right. Yes.
The man from Cal Poly with a degree in physics got a little help there. Got his own website. While all that was going on, Steve was doing a little sliding and getting the feet work ready. Huh?
Checking the approach, making sure he's got a good slide. What a shot. Stevie's answering it. Walter Ray strike in the ninth with a clutch strike of his own.
Wilson up by 9. Hall of Famer Pete Weber gets the winner of this match in semifinal match number 2. Up next, Parker Bone, Brian Smith.
Here's the situation. 2 strikes in the 10th frame. Steve Wilson moves on. That ball got out in the OB. It's not going to hook back from there on this condition. Very fortunate to just leave the 7-pin. Watch how far right this ball gets. And there's just no friction there. Ball's not going to hook back from that spot.
Ask him about the lane conditions. He had one word: grinding.
Yeah, that's an understatement. All right, here's our situation. Good count here. They forced Walter Ray to get the first hit. 9 spare. Walter Ray's a winner. And we do have a possibility of a tie.
And what happens in the tiebreaker?
We go to a 1-ball roll-off. And if they tie again, they'll throw another ball.
Are you making this up?
I'm not making this up.
As you go?
No. Important shot. Needs to count.
Oh, that beats.
So Steve Wilson out of Lake Worth, 222. And another re-rack for Walter. Strike 9, a winner here.
Strike 9, he's a winner. He moves on. Walter Ray's ball to steady game. Very solid.
Not get it.
Steve Wilson's your winner.
Oof.
Walter being the first one to tie. He didn't throw that shot good.
Advances to semifinal match number 2 up against Pete Weber.
It was a good match.
So Wilson moves on against Pete Weber, who'll try for his 26th PBA title. That